Jack Campbell is the greatest teammate I think I've ever been around, and I just every single time I've been voted captain, I just strive to prepare and be the teammate he was.
What do you do that is maybe similar to Jack, or how do you see him and yourself? I guess at this point now that you're a captain.
Yeah, I don't know if I can compare myself to him at all. He's my Iowa greatest player, so I can't compare myself to him in any way.
Okay, there's something I don't know about the captains. I've noticed that you guys have a different little bumper plate up here. What is that?
I think it's just like a H. I'm not exactly sure. It's just like
don't know me.
I think it's just an H. Yeah.
For Hawkeyes, or
I think for Hawkeyes or something. Yeah.
What made Jack such a great captain? What can you try to emulate?
Yeah, I mean, I think just the biggest thing is I remember just like coming in as a freshman. You're on scout team. You kind of just feel like you're just like just a nobody, I guess. And I think the biggest thing is like he made me feel like a somebody. And there's a few times when the defense got done with practice early. The scout team defense competing against the offense, and he was cheering us all on. And he knew every single person's name on the defense. And I remember too when he came back. This was after he got drafted for the Lions. I just asked him, I got a few questions about the defense. I remember he sat with me, and he's got his own stuff figured out. He just got drafted, trying to figure out where he's trying to live, and trying to figure out the Lions defense, being a rookie and everything. And he took time out of his day, his busy schedule, and just took some time just to share with me. And I'm just internally appreciative of him. And I'm just so, just thankful to have him as a teammate. And I'm a Lions fan, so every single time I watch him, win, I'm excited. So.
What do you see from their different quarterbacks? They had 3 guys play this year.
Yeah, I mean, all their quarterbacks are capable. I've seen number 18, he's a good runner. Number 9, he played a little bit, the transfer from Maryland, and he's a great quarterback too. And then the new guy they've been playing on, number 15, he's really good at throwing the ball. He's a big guy. So, whoever's out there, that's going to be the challenge. And we just got to compete and give our best.
You came in with Jaden Montgomery, right?
Yeah.
Last week, you tell us about him. He takes over the battle.
Yeah, Jaden Montgomery, man, that's one of the hardest workers I've ever been around. That's a great human being on top of that. And I just know Jamon's he's ready for this opportunity. I know he's thankful for this opportunity, and I know that he's doing everything in his power to help this team win. And I'm just thankful to be able to take the field with him. And I think it's going to be a great opportunity. He's from Wisconsin, and what better story can you write? You know what I mean? So.
Where does we've talked about how you've been a captain and kind of your elevation, the defense. I guess where does that kind of leadership and work ethic? Where does that stem from?
I just try and be the best teammate I can be. And being voted by my teammates, is a tremendous honor. And I just try and just lead by example. I think that's just what I try and do. Yeah.
Does that stem from maybe I know your high school recruitment and kind of your high school journey through football?
Yeah.
Did that play really any factor in kind of the way you just approach things both on and off the field?
Yeah, no, I just try and just lead by example. I think it's easy to be a rah-rah guy and say things and, be a guy who's, say this, but I always just try to lead by action and just try and lead the pack with my actions.
During the bye week, did you guys, reassess your goals or recharge your goals? I don't know. What was kind of the mentality?
Yeah. No, KF, he told us to write down some goals in the beginning of the season, and during the bye week, I definitely, revised those goals. Rewatched all the games he played, and I think the biggest thing though is just how can you improve practice to practice, day to day, and week to week. We all have these goals that we're chasing, and it's just how can I just push closer to them. Some days it's a big jump, and some days it's a step. But the most important thing is that you're just taking a step, and I think that's just the biggest focus.
Are the goals wins and losses, or are they performance? I think
I mean, I guess for my personal goals is just to enjoy the moment. I think I'm with TJ. X is the last opportunity I get to do with those guys. Those guys are like brothers to me. And that's, I think, the biggest goal. Just enjoy it and just play hard and win together and play together.